I mentioned Sunday lunch in the country church. There's probably no more exciting, thrilling thing to a young minister, including preaching to these wonderful people, than eating Sunday lunch. When God was thinking rural ministry, he was thinking real heavy Sunday lunch. I remember the Sunday lunch I had at Opal and Dr. Schauss's house one time. They had me over for lunch after I preached my first sermon at the Grafenberg Baptist Church, Route 2, Waddy, Kentucky, where I was pastor. They had our family over, and I'm telling you, the table was bow-legged with Sunday lunch, trembling with anticipation, and much food. The food was incredible. 4 kinds of meat. We had ribs and pork chops and chicken and cube steaks. We had 17 different vegetables. 4 of them were beets. She had them diced and sliced and cold and raw, just all kinds of stuff. She had every known color of green pickles, relishes and chow-chows. We had breads on that table that would bewilder the imagination. Hot rolls and cold rolls, light bread and heavy bread. We had cornbread that you could have won the Civil War with. I'm serious. Throwing it at the north or feeding it to the north, you had them. Break off a chunk and defend your town. You know, get out of it. Iced tea. Now, this is serious iced tea. Major serious iced tea. Dead earnest iced tea. Heavy, dark, sweet, rich, thick, 40 weight. Iced tea. Stirred it with a dipstick. Throw a slice of lemon in there and you can hear it whimper. It'll just turn face down and quit. Nothing that sour should die that sweet of death, even with a yellow back on it. Next morning, that dear lady will heat that tea and put it on your pancakes and you'll never know. For dessert, we got chocolate meringue pie. 1 inch of chocolate, 9 inches of meringue. Hens on this farm, God has called to meringue. And they have surrendered to it. They lay in eggs without yolks in them. You got to take a rack out of the oven to toast that meringue. When you pull it out, it looks like 9 dirty brown Dairy Queens. Little honey pebbles dripping around in the valleys between the peaks. Chocolate is your reward for wading through 9 inches of meringue. You ever try to chew that stuff? It's mystery. You eat a bite of it and whip the guy next to you for beating you to it. I love those chocolate meringue pies. And I loved it at the all-day singing and dinner on the ground, too, every 5th Sunday when they'd bring those things to the church. All kinds of fried chicken and potato salad and all that good stuff. Jell-O. I believe the Jell-O people had the happiest time in the world on Saturday before 5th Sunday because they did a major land office business at the Kroger store. Jell-O. And I just hated it when you go put your Jell-O on the plate and the baked beans ran over in your Jell-O. Don't you hate that? I try to get those little picnic plates with the little ridges in them so you can keep mean stuff off your Jell-O. I like pure and undefiled Jell-O. I don't even like those little funny marshmallows in it. Leave my Jell-O alone. What I love to do, though, is stand in front of the church and watch those cars coming down the road, boiling up that gray, dusty gravel, tires firing rocks at mailboxes and bewildered heifer calves. And you could stand on the porch under the shade of an elm tree and watch every single car that had a meringue pie in it, and you could pick them out every time. Simple. They top the hill, cut off the motor, and coast in the parking lot. See, these people are not dumb. You haul enough meringue pies, you learn this. You run in the parking lot and hit your brakes, your meringue will slide off on the floorboard every time.